everyone, welcome back to Ifechi Health and Wellness. This video today is actually inspired by another YouTuber called Cheese Space. Cheese Space lives here in the UK as myself. My last video I talked about food that are rich in dietary fiber and food that are good for us, healthy for us, and she asked me if I can actually look into our Nigerian food, because we're both from Nigeria, but we live abroad. She said if I can look into our own Nigerian foods that are good for our health also. So I thought, that's a good idea. So that's why this video is being uploaded to tell us, look into some of those foods. In a nutshell, Nigeria is the most populous black nation on earth. Nigeria is a federal republic comprising 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, where the capital, Abuja, is located. And the largest city in Nigeria is Lagos. That's Nigeria in a nutshell. Now, some popular Nigerian foods that can help to reduce weight or help us generally to look after our health are pepper soup. Pepper soup, especially goat meat pepper soup or fish pepper soup. These are healthier options when it comes to pepper soups. Okra. Okra soup is very healthy, but again, it depends on how you cook it. Generally, all the things I'm going to mention now, most people will use oil, red oil, to cook them. Red oil in itself is not bad, but when you use it a lot, it can increase your cholesterol. And when you bleach it, it's no longer, the nutrient is all gone. You don't bleach it, you don't over fry it. It's better to just add it to your food in its natural form and very small quantity, because high amount of it can increase your cholesterol so much. I see some people, when they are pouring the oil, it's like, oh my goodness. You don't add too much oil. If you want some color in your soup, you can use red bell pepper and just add little oil, because the white is good for us to some extent, but it has high cholesterol. So we have to be very careful with red oil. So going on to talk about the foods that are healthy, unripe plantain is one of them. Unripe plantain, you can just cook it and eat it on its own with some vegetable. You can dry it and use it as fufu. You can do all sorts with unripe plantain, but it's quite healthy. Then the next one is beans. Beans, all kinds of beans, black beans, brown beans, white beans, they're all high in protein and fiber, so they're good for us as well. Another one is Bambara beans or okpa. Yes, okpa. Lovers of okpa, raise your hand. Oh, I love okpa. You know, I have the okpa flour here, and from time to time I make it. So okpa is quite healthy, but don't add too much oil to it. I know people like it really red. That's why they put so much oil, but please reduce the amount of oil you put in these things. Moyamoy is the next one. Moyamoy is made out of black eye beans, or made out of beans as a whole. So moyamoy is another good food that we can be consuming. Eggs, you know how we have in the villages, you have all these chicken that lay the not good organic eggs. Yes, so you can have those eggs, are quite good. Or fada rice is another one that I noticed that they said is quite good. It's better than ordinary processed rice that we consume these days. I heard recently that you actually have other options. You have our own local rice that we can buy back home. But sometimes people prefer to buy some of those other rice. I don't understand them. So if we have our own native rice, please, let's go for it, because it will have more fiber and will be better for us. For lovers of rice, go for the native rice. They are actually better for you. Breadfruit or okwa. Lovers of okwa also wave. I know that some people don't like okwa, but I love it. I love okwa, and I don't like it with too many things though. So breadfruit, okwa, is tropical fruit that is common in Nigeria. It is one of the Nigerian foods that are rich in fiber because it has an extremely high fiber content. It is great for digestive system and is equally delicious. Also, garden eggs, or some people call it angara, some people call it afufa. Garden eggs, another fiber-rich Nigerian food. It is readily available and affordable and super tasty. So you can grab your garden eggs anytime. You can just use it as snacks actually, and just you're good to go. Another one is cassava. Cassava is a good source of resistant starch, which supports gut health and blood sugar management. And it also contains vitamin C and the key micronutrient that can enhance immune function and collagen production. Cassava can be prepared in various forms. Some people just ferment it and use it as what they call akpu, which is actually healthier than some of the fufu because of the fermentation process that it goes through. Cassava is what is used for gari. Cassava can be used for abacha. Cassava can just be boiled like that. Some people boil it like that and eat. So cassava, you can see it has various ways you can consume cassava. So it's one of the ones that also came up, and it's excellent source of plant protein, and it helps with our gut health. Yeah, I've said that before. Another one that I noticed is yam. I'm a lover of yam. I love yam so much. Yam is also good, and it depends on how you cook it. Obviously, if you start frying it, it's the calorie will increase. But if you have it boiled or roasted or any other way, but sometimes I also love fried yam. It depends on how you make it, but yam generally is good for us. It also has about 5 grams of dietary fiber per portion, depending on what your portion is. Yeah, so yam is good for us. Another one that came up is tiger nuts. Tiger nuts helps to aid our digestion and is high in dietary fiber as well. It helps to boost our immune system. So tiger nuts, actually you can use it as snacks. You can just snack on it. It's quite healthy. The next one I want to talk about is the one called okpaka or oba. It's African oil beans. It's nutrient packed, and mainly found in Igbo land, but I think in Yoruba land it is called what is it? What did I find that okpaka in Yoruba land is called apara? I don't know how you say it, apara. And in Efik it's called Okana, but in Igbo land we call it either oba or okpaka. It is very, very good. You can use it in various ways. You can use it to do your vegetable yam, put it there. You can use it for abacha. You can just eat it like that. There are various things you can do with oba, and it's so nutritious and so delicious. I'm going to stop this video here. If I find any more, I can do more videos, but for now I don't want this one to be too long. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye and God bless.